for example, some into hands-on training for that could add knowledge. Like I did not want to give any boring lecture or boring talk, right? So I decided to take this topic so that most of you have can add certain skill set to you, right? So with this intention, I just wanted to take this session. So it's a very introductory session on Power BI to show how Power BI works, right? So there is a data set with all of you. So this data contains the sales report of a particular company, right? So this particular company has operation in different countries. For example, in United States, Canada, United Kingdom, right, and certain other states as well, right? And this company has been maintaining, different customer type based on their purchase. For example, silver, platinum, gold customer type, right? The customers, business segment, category, model, right? Different models, different category. What is their business segment, right? List price, order quantity, gross sales, discount, etc., etc. So this is the data set which is there with you. Now, if I just come below, this data contains 60,920 entries, right? Rows, rather, I would like to say, which is huge, 60,000, close to 70,000. Now, if somebody asks you to interpret this particular data, right? So you can't look at this particular data set and do it manually. You'll have to break your head literally. It's not possible, practically not possible. 70,000 data and finding something and coming up with some meaningful information. And also in Excel, there are certain limitations to come up with different graphs, different chart. Am I audible clearly? Would you confirm?
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes, sir, audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So in Excel, it becomes very difficult, right? So I'm just showing you what I have done. So that's a boring Excel sheet that I had, and this is what I have made from this particular Excel sheet, right? For example, I have 3 years of data, right? So once I click on particular data, so everything, I'm getting result based on this particular year. For example, I want to see what is their operations, what is their status in bike segment. I can just click on it and I'll get everything, right? Starting from the gross sales amount to sales by count to unique customers, for example, component, right? So I can get everything. So it's changing dynamically. That's why it is known as dynamic dashboard, right? For example, what is their sales status in Australia? So once I click on Australia and Canada, France, Germany, UK, and United States. So everything I'm getting within a single click, right? So easy to navigate during any presentation or taking important decisions, right? Now the question is, those who were doing the first time into Power BI, I'll start from the very scratch. And those who already know Power BI, they can brush their knowledge, right? So how to do this, right? So far, I hope that most of you have downloaded Power BI and you have this data with you, right? For example, I have data on my desktop, right? On my desktop, sales data, I have it. Okay. Now, are we good to go? Yes. Data I have shared with Dr. Padi. I've already shared with sir. All right. I hope we are good to go, right? Okay, so I have Power BI installed in my computer. So what I am doing, I am going to search box and I am searching Power BI desktop, right? So it's a product from Microsoft. The way we use Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So same way, it's a product by Microsoft, right? So the moment I click on Power BI, it will take a bit of time, right? So this kind of interface you will get, and just confirm me whether you got this particular interface or not, right? For the first time, if you are using for the first time, probably you might get some accounts login details, right? You just keep it, cross it, not required. It's not required to register or something like that. It's free to use as of now. I don't know how long it would be free, but again, as of now, it's you can use it freely, no issues, without logging in into anything, right? Right. So everybody got it?
Yes, sir, got it.
Right. So once you get this particular interface, you just click on this blank report, right? So once you click on blank report, you can get this thing, this user interface, right? So this is how it look like. For example, Excel's this is Excel's user interface, right? And this is Power BI's user interface, right? So this is how it looks like. Okay. Now, if you have reached here, then congratulations, you have finished the first step or first level of Power BI, right? So this is how you need to open Power BI or navigate, the user interface, right? So far, if you have done it, that's great. Now, let me tell you, this is where we will be, making our dashboard, right? We'll be making our dashboard, and this is what there are certain options, ribbon, as we know it in case of Word as well as Excel, right? And this is what control panel. So they call it visualizations because most of the things would be navigated from here only, right? And it can also be extended, right? It can be expanded, right? It can be hidden, it can be expanded like this, right? Now, as you can see, I have not uploaded any data yet, right? So that's why in data section it is showing you have not loaded any data yet, right? Now I need to upload data, but I have my data in Excel form. So there are many ways to import your data from Excel, right? For example, you can go to File, right? You can go to Import, then you can come here, right? And you can import it. Otherwise, you can import it from there. See, Excel workbook, import data from MS Excel. This is another option. Otherwise, you can import it from here, right? You can import it from here. So import data from Excel, right? So I'm just clicking here, import data from Excel. And what I'll be doing, I'll come here, download. Sorry, I have kept it on desktop, right? I have the sales data, open, and my data is getting loaded. right? Now, if you check your original data set, actually there is only one sheet where one sheet only contains data, right? You can see in one sheet data is there only. So that is why I'm minimizing it. That is why in Power BI, when we have imported our data, only one sheet is visible, right? So what I'll be doing, I'll be clicking on this sheet because that is the only sheet. That is the only option available, only sheet where data is available. So the moment I'm clicking over here, I can get an overview of my entire data, right? See, you can get an overview, sales data, region, customer type, customer, business segment, category, model, model color, price, quantity, sales amount, discount, so on and so forth, right? So what you can do, you need to load data now. What do you need to do? You need to load your data, right? So what I'll be doing, I'll be loading the data, right? So see, it is taking bit time and I'm getting an option message. There are pending changes in your query. Now you see 60,000 rows has been loaded, right? Now, if this is clear to you, if you are not getting any error message, that means you have successfully imported your data in Power BI, right? Now you can see if I expand my data, I will have everything. See, every original headings or heads has come over here: business segment, category, customer type, customer discount, gross sales amount, list price, model, model color, model quantity, region, and date. Everything has come, right? Now, is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So what we did, we have just imported our data, right? There are not many things remaining to do, and side by side I'll be comparing. So first thing first, in case of this thing, to make Power BI dashboard, what I need is uh, there is a heading or about this dashboard that has to be written, right? So here 3 years sales data, or you can give any name, whatever you want. There is no issue, right? So for this, in Power BI, you cannot directly write anything, right? You cannot directly write anything. It's like notice board. In notice board, you cannot go and write anything. You write on a paper, then stick on your notice board, right? So what you need to do, you need to take a text box, right? So there is a blank box. So I'll go and I'll take a text box over here. And the moment I take a text box from here, what I'll be doing, I will be writing sales data, right? Initially, you might have to do a lot of struggle to identify what you have written. The reason being, by default, the font size is very, very small. So what you need to do, by default, this option will come, and you need to, you can, option, you can choose any of the style font size, font style, and font size you need to make it bit bigger. All right. I need to first select it, then I need to do it some bigger, right? All right. So you can choose any you can do it bold, you can make it italic, whatever. And I'm just showing you how to do it, right? And you can make it underline. You can give any color whatever you want, right? Yes. So this is the first step that you need to do. See, I have it's there sales data. So underline is not looking good. So sales data, right? Okay. Now, if this is done, then next, what is required, right? So this is done. Now, what is required over here is I need a navigation panel where I'll be navigating as per the years. For example, if I want to know what has happened in 2016, what is the status of 2016 and 17, 18, I should be able to do it, right? So I need this particular tile on my dashboard, right? So how to do it? First, see, this is the visualizations. What I'll be doing, I will go to this thing. There is a option called slicer. Can you see it? Slicer, right? You can see slicer.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what you need to do, you need to select it, right? Yeah, you need to select it. You need to select the slicer, right? So what you need to do is like, I need years. So where is year? Over here, there is no year. Initially, you might get confused, but don't get confused. You just expand this, right? The moment you'll be expanding sales data, sales state, there is a option that will come sales hierarchy, date hierarchy, and you need to further expand it, and you'll get an option here. See, right? See, now year has come. But has it come the way I wanted? Answer is no. I need to customize it, right? How to customize? So year has come. I need some customizations. So make sure when you are customizing the things, your tile is selected. So select your tile, come over here, right? Visualizations, come to slicer setting. So under visual, there is another option, general. So come to visual by default. Under slicer setting, come to styles. So under style, there is an option, vertical list. See, now it has been arranged the way I want it. Vertically, it has been arranged. Now you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. It's your cup of tea, right? So once this is done, so I did it vertical, but what is the problem? The problem is, this is not visible, right? And unlike your text box, you do not get any option directly to increase the size of these, years or your component over here. So what to do? Again, you need to select it. You need to come over here. If you do not know which option to explore, simply in search box, simply you type size, right? So the moment you'll be writing size in your search box, lot many sizes will come, appear, right? For example, there is an option text size. So you can increase, see. So the year option that is getting increased, which is good, right? Now you need to calm down, and there is another option, values. So you need to increase the size of the values. See, now the values size is increasing, right? Now you can navigate easily because that is quite understandable. You can understand, visible properly, right? Now the problem is, compared to the project that I have done, that looks dull, that looks boring, right? So what to do? How to make it interactive? How to make it, for example, quite interesting, right? There are certain ways. So one of the easiest way I'll show you, that is, you select that particular tile, you can navigate it here and there. There is no compulsion you'll have to keep here. You can navigate from here and there, right? So to give it a kind of 3D effect, I will first put some border. So I'll be searching border over here, right? And just scroll down, you'll get an option with visual border, which is by default off. Make it on, right? Make it on. What happened? You see, there is a border that has come. But again, this border doesn't look like good, professional. I want to give it a, some kind of professional touch. So again, I'll select it. I'll come here and I'll search rounded corner, right? Rounded corner. So under visual border, only this option was there, but just to show you how the border comes, I went back. That is why otherwise in the similar location you will get it. So just make it mid-rounded. Do not, you can keep it 8, 10 is okay, but once you make it, more than 15 or like, it looks very odd, right? So I'm keeping, for example, 11. See, now the corner has been rounded. Now it looks better, isn't it? Right? Now, I need some more customizations as well. What are the customizations? For example, I want it to look like it floating somewhere or, dynamic. So what I'll be doing, I'll select it, I'll come here, and I will type shadow effect, right? I'll type shadow effect. So I'll make it switch on. Now it look like. Now you see